up. Put your hands up. Come on, come on.
Simeon Lawrence, the founder of it, he's got a lot of heart, he's got a lot of devotion into it. He puts his everything into it.
Sim's outlook, the way he conducts himself, and the fact that he believes in what he's doing so much helps even the people that wouldn't really be necessarily down for the cause with him believe in what he's doing and support him.
Why work with him?
Why not? It's kind of a better question. When you're an artist, you want to work with everybody. And it's not to get your name out there, it's to learn.
Young Sim, I'ma do what I do. And if you didn't come around back then, don't come around now, I won't be around.
Music it's everything that I wanted to be a part of when I became involved with hip hop.
It's speaking to what really matters and what really is important at the end of the day.
Feel Good Music is a family. You take what you feel and what you know, and you turn that into a movement.
To me, it stands for something that's independent.
Just when I think of Feel Good Music, I just think of a positive movement, you know?
It's a real message, and it's real people, real experiences, and it's positive music.
It's just good music written by great artists who have talent.
They all come from different backgrounds and support it for different reasons, but they all are driven to make it work.
For me, it's everything good about Sim is in Feel Good Music.
Feel Good Music is a family.
It is what it is. Just an alternative for what's out there. I was born Simeon Montgomery Lawrence II, the oldest of 4 by default. My parents are Simeon and Amanda Lawrence. I was born in Liberia, West Africa, moved to Italy when I was 2, and ended up in Philadelphia on political asylum when I was about 4 years old. Grew up in Upper Darby, and now I live in Salt Lake City, Utah.
This is Young Sim and Mr. Kennedy. I mean, we just want to talk to our pops real quick. What I need a hook for, Papa, please listen. R.I.P. Lionel, look, I know you still miss him. 1988, there was things you couldn't mediate. We fleeing for our lives, avoiding the pearly gates. Hammers to your dome, things you can't condone. So you hate the fact that your boy walk around with chrome. The funerals I've been through done stained my
I consider myself a musician that's not in a specific box, and the only focus as far as my music is that it's honest and real to life.
I was standing there looking at you. House burning, mama crying.
My musical background, I am classically trained. I grew up playing the viola. I started playing that when I was in 3rd grade. I played that till I was a senior in high school. So playing the viola helped me, I guess you could say, understand sounds. I fell in love with how sounds and music can affect your emotion.
All my blessings come from. I love you, Father, just a letter from your son.
As far as my inspiration just comes from my real life experiences. Comes from the things I've been through, the things my family members have been through, and really just I take the emotions and the experiences and just put them in a form that, you know, people can understand and feel. Feel Good Music Coalition is an idea I started a while back that I thought about in college, and in about 2005 I really started to organize, you know, how to go about doing it. Remember this name, Aaron Dahmer, because I always had the idea of Feel Good Music, but I actually at one point was thinking of just pushing Young Sim instead of Feel Good Music. And, you know, me and Aaron had a lot of talks, and, you know, I finally came to the conclusion that, like, Feel Good Music is bigger than anything I want to do, you know, alone by myself. It's a movement, and as we started to push the brand, like, you could see the effects it had on, you know, people.
When Simeon came around, and I met him about 5 years ago, I was really excited about working with him because the Feel Good Music represented everything that I wanted to kind of be involved in or co-sign with, or have my name tied into, because it's so positive and music is so influential, and Feel Good is all about that positive music.
When I first met Sim, like, he's just a very striking person, and you can tell he has just, not only does he care about people a ton, like when he talks about his artists that are in Feel Good Music, he's not just joking around, like he really cares about them a lot. And so not only does he have just this love for other people, he has this intense passion for his vision.
Young Sim, the thing I love about him is he has a message. We've had conversations before, and even like when I was just hanging out with Feel Good Music, or when I was doing Feel Good Music stuff, I was telling him about like local artists and how they're just like, they're pretty, their music's getting out there, but I told him how it's just hype, and he's like, like, screw the hype, And don't quote me on this, I don't know if these are his exact words, but he just basically said, like, screw the hype, like, I'd rather have something that's gonna, like, give someone a message, something that's gonna touch them.
My thoughts on a piece of paper, then I record my thoughts on a track with flavor. These are my perspective / outlooks on society. These are just
honesty. What it does is honest music, real life music affects human beings. Like it's like a music when it's honest and real. It's more than the words. It's like one person's soul communicating with the other person's soul. And what happens when that happens is it tends to like help and heal each other, and it's an amazing thing.
This is your first time at the EGM show. What's your reaction so far?
I like it. I like how different all the music is, like different artists and different styles. Yeah, it's a really good variety. It's pretty sweet. I've been to many concerts, so
Thanks, ladies. So this is your first time out at Feel Good Music Night?
No, I've actually been to Young Sim's shows before.
Oh yeah, okay, so you know what to expect then?
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah. So is he your favorite artist then?
Oh yeah.
There's a misconception out there that creating clean music somehow takes away from the integrity of the content or the media you're trying to put out there, and I disagree with that. We're just trying to create an atmosphere and a platform for any artist that wants to create heartfelt music minus the vulgarity and sexually explicit content. We don't plan on being local. We want to be national. We want to be global, and then we also want to be able to not only take our message to the world, but also be able to help as much as we can in communities. Like, Feel Good Music definitely wants to have a strong presence as far as like philanthropy is concerned, because I think people helping people is definitely the most important thing we can do in society, and it's the most important legacy we can leave to our children. Is to help your fellow man.
My biggest thing is I just want to influence people. I just want people to hear my music and take something good away from it. And that's exactly what I've always wanted to accomplish with my music, is I want to, put out positive messages to the world with a great sound, with a great beat, with good music, that people just want to listen to all the time. I think there needs to be more of that out there. So
I think in the midst of all the music that's out there, and we'll be more than music one day, soon, but I say music because that's what we mostly are right now. I think in the midst of all the music that's out there, we sound familiar, but we're completely different, and we stand out because you can listen to something that sounds like, all right, I'm waiting to hear something that I can't listen to from my mom.
It's not only good music you can dance to, you can have a good time, but the lyrics deep down are honest and they connect with people. And when people hear that sound coming from a stage or a video or whatever the case may be, they're going to connect to that. And I think Feel Good Music's been fortunate enough to have an ever-growing fan base of people that recognize that.
What we look for is just like honest, hard-working dream chasers, and that's about it. Like, and understanding that, you know, your dreams don't fall in your lap is something that you have to go out there and get. And so if you're independently motivated and you want to give the world something, you know, a little bit different, or give them an alternative to what's already out there as far as content, then, you know, FGM. I think people are attracted to feel-good music because, well, they can relate to the people that are expressing themselves. You know, I don't think anyone tries to be anything they're not. I feel like everyone's just honest, real-life people that have dreams, and they want to achieve them, and they love, you know, sharing their talents with the world. And so I think the more people get to know the artist, the more people get to be around us, attend shows, you know, see our product, like the more they gravitate to that, because they can not only relate to who we are, but relate to where we're coming from.
We're kind of a family, and we each come from different backgrounds, and we each bring with us, you know, our own fan base, our own friends, people who are attracted to our type of music. And so when they come to the shows and they hear other types of music, they're attracted to that as well. And I think it's because, you know, even though we're different, we all have this passion for music and for doing what we love. And you can see that.
It's real emotion, and people know when it's real and when it's fake. I think that it's the difference between that song that really moves you and the song that has a good beat. It's the song you have on repeat versus the song that you hear and kind of gets old after a while. There's some songs that really speak truth that you can play on repeat for days at a time, and it never seems to get old because it's real.
You know, more than just music, it's just a movement that is trying to do something good in a world that needs good now. As much as, you know, quirky that sounds, but you know, it's music that is true and that has real feelings to it, and it's all because it's real, from real life experiences.
And the thing that means the most to me is just the accomplishment, is just having such a cool kind of like close-knit team. You know, that's been something very, very awesome to see how the label is, the members of the label, and to see that everyone has the same desire to grow and expand. And, you know, I really, you know, full-heartedly believe that feel-good music is going to be something that's going to have a global presence.
When I first heard it and first heard they were doing the remix to it, I was like, what? Like, it's corny, it really is. But the craziest part about it is it was genius when it comes to any type of marketing. It did exactly what it was intended to do, to branch feel-good music out over a vast majority of people. And do I think it's going to be their only thing that they have? No.
I guess that what makes them relevant and popular is what they did with that "Teach Me How to Jimmer" track. You know, I think that was it shows a brilliant head for marketing and getting in there and capitalizing. You know, and that's what you really need, especially in the music business, because it's all about people that continually, you know, market and capitalize on their opportunities are the ones that actually make it.
The "Teach Me How to Jimmer" song, I know it's kind of bigger than all my other albums combined, but you know, that was a fun thing. That was kind of put FGM kind of back on the map and got us, I think, some national recognition and definitely some local recognition, and hopefully we can use that to to move forward a little bit more.
We've also put out a top 50 single, Teach Me How to Jimmer, that hit iTunes, and that was a good blessing for us because it showed us that we can do what we can do with the music, that, you know, we can at some point, if we do it right, transition from, you know, part-time musicians to full-time musicians, like, not in the mental sense, because in the mental sense, like, I'm a full-time musician, but in the practical sense, I'm a part-time musician because I have a part-time job. But it showed us that, you know, there's a means to earn a living off of doing what we love. Pursuing this dream worth it? I'd have to say, yeah. I'd have to say very much so. I can't tell you how many countless times I've heard, you know, feedback from parents, from individuals, from people that were struggling, like really expressing, like, you know, I genuinely appreciate what you guys are doing. I appreciate the content you're putting out there. I appreciate the thought. You know, I appreciate the fun you guys are having because it's really blessing my life. And the fact that we're being able to affect lives means more to me than anything, and it's definitely a motivator. And, you know, it definitely makes the hard times seem like not a big deal. And in hindsight, you know, it never really is a big deal. It's just an opportunity for growth. And so, yeah, the struggles don't really discourage or hinder. They just motivate, if nothing else.
You know, everyone's doing their own thing inside of this network. Everybody's being productive. You know, everyone's doing their own thing, and it all benefits the whole group at the end of the day.
It's hard sometimes to stay focused when you have a lot of things going on in your personal life, like work, school, practicing, family stuff. Stuff comes up. We're people, we're humans, things come up, but I think the most important part is to keep your relationship strong and don't forget who you are, where you've come from, who's helped you, and sometimes it's good to give back for the sake of just giving back without anything in return. It's important to keep your relationship strong and know who helps you and know who honestly cares about what you do and who supports you. You gotta support them. That's what it's about.
For Feel Good, I think obviously it comes down to Simeon. Everybody else in the label is amazing, but Sim is the root of it. He's the powerhouse. He's the leader.
As hard as Sim works and as hard as the other artists work, and as much as he'll push them, they'll be around for quite some time and they'll continue to grow.
And I think he's got an excellent eye for picking out talent. And then, once again, capitalizing on it and moving forward and helping other people realize what they want to do.
Well, the future of Feel Good music looks like a trip to the Bahamas, and everyone will have their significant other and their children, and they'll be watching our videos, we'll be singing our songs, we'll be listening to comedy albums, we'll be looking at famous paintings that have been trade worldwide and stuff like that. I just feel like the future is us accomplishing our goals, doing what we set out to do, to be a global presence, and being able to look back and be like, like we did it. We came, we saw, we conquered,
I need time to think, and you do too. I'm hoping we can weather. How about you? Matter of fact, did we move too fast? We barely knew each other. How could this last? I leaned on faith, neglected my instincts. Clean ride home, all I'm thinking is this stinks. And I'm trying to find patience and peace. Should I have sown better? Look what I've reaped. And in this life, I'm just a paddle on the boat, trying to make it through my storms, but it's difficult to cope.
Every single night, this is my fight. Got a little secret, I don't even wanna go. Relationships old, house will get cold. This is what I'm told, this is what I'm told. Every single night, this is my fight. Got a little secret, I don't even wanna go. Relationships old, house will get cold.
It's my prison now. Let's talk about it. I'm in love with her. I can't even doubt it. In a perfect world, we would be together. Traction is there, laughter in the air. Pursuing her, something that I shouldn't do. But losing her, something I just can't approve. I'm on Smurf status, oh so blue. It's a complicated puzzle, Rubik's Cube. My next move gotta be my best move.